Good morning, y'all. Huge sticker of Mike's face incoming. We'll make Mike order that. So, hooray for good ads today. I was watching streams. Oh, first of all, good morning. Hi. I was watching streams most of the day yesterday while I was shipping, and the Levi's voting ad came up a bunch of times. So that was cool. I like the first time I wasn't paying attention, and I was like, "What is going on over here?" Then I stopped and watched the whole thing. I was like, "Oh, cool." So yeah, definitely today's register to vote days, or whatever the official term is. But you need to go make sure you're up to date, ready to go. Mongo Slade, thanks for the Prime sub, 13 months. Appreciate you. 100 Acre Bow, glad you made it to the stream. I'm glad you're hanging out. Bork and Bork, thanks for the 10 months of subbing. Why isn't that in my chart? Weird. So yeah, about the wall. Oh, K9 Play, thank you so much. Obviously, I hadn't fixed my my cheerleaders GIF, but I'll work on that. So about the wall, my wife is looking for shelves right now. She was like sending me pictures the other day. She's like, "What about this shelf? What about this shelf?" So we can put something over here. Just put a little more character on the wall. And then maybe we'll do it like at the video game setup. We'll get it black and shine in the purple lights and the spotlights behind me and all the controls of the lights. I can do them on my stream deck, and all that stuff. But no, we're still not Mr. Fancy Pants streamer yet, but we'll get there. I'm a fancy pants kind of guy, so we're gonna get there. So I'm having a morning. This morning, chat. I've been having a really good morning. Had a good day, good productive day yesterday. Had a heck of a good morning this morning. Got up. It's nice and cool here. It's about 60 degrees, which is cool for here. Maybe in the upper 50s. I didn't check, but it was nice. Windows are open. So had a chill. Went for a walk this morning with my wife and our dog. Came back in, made me a nice breakfast, and then started getting ready for the morning. Ready for the day. Wife took my son to school because my daughter's still at home quarantined, so everything's grooving. And then I come in here to start. I need to do a little bit of work. I come in here about 9:30 and try to do some work. Pull up the Twitter bot. Is like, hey, it'd be nice if we could enter this giveaway. So I have a really awesome giveaway going today, which y'all should check out. So let me pull this up here. So, Esther Brooks 6-pin. When the shelves come in, will we each have a shelf named after us? Just you, Kate. Only you. So yeah, like I had this cool giveaway. I wrote this up last night. Got it all scheduled on the blog, and then you scroll down and there was no way to enter. Like I forgot the code. So the code is separate. It has to go in a little separate block when I'm building out the blog post. And I do this. I've done this like hundreds of times, and I forgot to paste over the code block. So I don't realize this. I'm out. I'm having breakfast. I'm getting ready. Cool. Then all of a sudden I see messages and tweets. It's like, hey, dude, like check yourself. We can't enter this really awesome giveaway. This is like $120, $140 case. Y'all need to go enter this. Yeah, it's $120. Oh, there's a 12-pin case. I didn't realize they had a 12-pin case. So yeah, don't leave me hanging. Go get this pin case to to get a chance to win. Rewiz, thank you for the 16 months of subbing. I appreciate you. You're awesome. So yeah, go do this. You are now allowed to get the case. Or to enter to win the case. So fix that this morning. So I'm sitting here working, and I'm doing a post for the blog this afternoon because I launched the Knock Kickstarter on Friday afternoon, which is when news goes to die, right? Like you would never launch a project on purpose during Friday afternoon, but I'd been waiting all week to launch it. I wasn't going to let the timing hold me up. But it kind of launched into the quiet zone. So I have a post this afternoon just to kind of pump that up a little bit. It's doing great. We're at almost 25,000 of the 30,000. So whatever that math is, what's that? That's got to be like almost 90% funded, something like that. 25 out of 30. So I want to keep pushing this a little bit more. I'd like to get up in the 40 to 50 range in goal. I don't know if I can do that, but we'll see. I'm going to keep I'm going to keep pushing it a little bit, so y'all will get a little annoyed with me over the next month as I try to hammer this campaign home, because it's going to free up a lot of things to do with Knock. Surprised it's taking so long to get over the line. It's an expensive case. Like, I think that's the thing, right? Like, this is more expensive than our other products. So, you know, people, I mean, I'm asking a lot, right? Like, or a lot of people to commit to spending that kind of money on a product that's a non-essential product. Yeah. So, but I just appreciate all the support so far. It's gone super smooth, really good response so far. And hopefully I would like it to fund by the podcast tomorrow. I don't know if it will, but we could probably do it. So, 5 bits hype train. So yeah, like, I'm very, very happy with how it's gone. It's going to fund no problem. And then we'll get those cases going. I had a 6-month lead time on the production of those. I'm hoping it takes less than that. I don't think we can get them by Christmas, but we can get them, you know, I'm hoping earlier than 6 months. If my factory, you can, anytime I tell you how long it's going to make something for Knock, you can assume I doubled what the factory told me. So, yes, thank you, Michael. And that's how I did it. Like, the individual cases, pretty premium upgrade. If you buy them both, it's $5 per case more than what we normally charge. And I think that's completely fair. So when you're ever looking at a manufacturing thing from Knock, if I say it's going to take 6 months, just know that my factory told me it's going to take 3 months to make them. That's how it works. And we'll be happy to get them in 6 months, because we've been doing this with them a long time and I know how it goes. So, especially this time of year. So, yeah, that's, I got a lot going. Excuse me. Launched the Pen Addict Karen Dash this weekend, 849. I shipped out about 120 of them yesterday. That was awesome. Y'all are just amazingly supportive. I'm going to put something out on Twitter this afternoon for those of you who follow me there, just thanking everybody for what they're doing. When we put together wax canvas sleeping bags, and will there be a Brasstown version that holds 6 people? I think that's a fair question. I know Jeff would be up for that. Jeff's building out like a van, like a travel van, you know, where you can like chill and sleep and take his family in. I think a Brasstown rollout sleeping bag would like be a good fit for there. So maybe we can get him to prototype that. And thanks for the sub, Alan. So yes, you got a serious answer just because you're a sub. So there you go. Don't put Jeff past that. He's built things that could fit in this room. Like he's done some like side gigs in Atlanta. He knows a lot of movie production, and he'll, you know, through friends of friends, he'll have to go and make the most ludicrous things that you've ever seen, like covers for whatever has to go in the thing. So yeah, it's he could easily make a Brasstown sleeping bag. April Fool's person-sized pen cases, that would be pretty scary. That's more of a Halloween thing, I think, because then we're making body bags. So I'm probably not going to do that. Yeah, so that's more of a Halloween move, I believe. So, all right, I was planning on working on my memberships, which I've had a bunch of new members over the past month. It's been really good. Another good month for Pen Addict members. Oh, speaking of which, I'm working on a members only product, which will be my first time I've ever like walled off a product for members. So cross your fingers that comes out well. That's in flight. That's in progress right now. How many members are we at? Let me check so I can give you the exact number. I gotta pull it up on here. It's a members only jacket. The members only logo from the jacket is hopefully going to be in play in theory. Like, it is a conversation, so that's the best I can say. I don't know if it's going to execute exactly that way, but that was the initial idea, is to make a play on the members only jackets. So I'm not sure. In the end, it might just be a regular product, but just know that we highly considered it. Members of what? I have a membership at penaddict.com that people support me doing this for my job. So I'm like super thankful for that. All right, how many members do we have? It's 730 something, I'm pretty sure, which is amazing. I just want to give you an exact up to the minute number. 737. We're flying. So there you go. 737 members of the Pen Addict. Freaking amazing. So yeah, y'all are great. World Traveler Club. Yeah, the knockoffs at that time were huge. I've got this hair that's like really bugging me. Sorry. When do you calculate how much the Urushi raffle brought in? Tonight. That's on the list to do when I get off of this. So we're done. We're closed. I just have to put it all together. I don't know if I'll have it in time to do for the podcast tomorrow, but I'm going to try. Updates on Color Desk. Nothing yet other than I think paper's been ordered. I think she was waiting on the latest batch of paper because she uses that special paper they have to order into the printer. So we're waiting on that into Skylab. So I think she's waiting on that because everything they else have is chopped down to the regular color rings and dexes and all the different sizes. Plus, she's way too busy making stamps. She's making me a stamp. She's making everybody stamps. So, you know, got my 51 celebration. It came out really good. Glad you got to do it. Thank you so much. I'm really happy seeing what everyone's thinking about the celebration, and it's been like universally everyone's happy with it. So let's open up our first package on that theme. Yeah, I think she's making me a nib stamp. She sent me a text the other day. She's like, I'm making you one of these. I'm like, okay. I think I'm going to get something. So the new nib stamps where it looks like the ink is you draw it so the ink's on the color ring or the color decks. I think she's making one with either my initials or maybe a logo in the middle. So I'm gonna use her stamp maker and make some Pen Addict stamps that I can put on the shop. Oh yeah, Evan, your dad sent me an email, so don't worry. He is all in. Whenever I told him I don't know what extras I'm gonna have yet. So yeah, your dad emailed me. All right. So speaking of which, first package from Retro 51. Anyone know what this is? Retro 51. What could this be? Direct from them. It's extra refills. It's extra boring because it's just extra refills. Because we've had some refills explode in transit. So I asked them for a little extra batch. Ooh, I got stickers. Those are cool. I don't have. Do I have this sticker? I don't think I have this sticker. We'll see. So yeah, there you go. That was huge unboxing today. Retro 51 refills, and that's a wrap. Like, that's everything. That's all the cool stuff we got today. Just kidding. So I have a couple of refills I have to send back out. I'm out of them, and we definitely lost a couple of refills in transit. Luckily, we haven't lost any pens due to damage. We have pens taking forever to arrive. That's still a thing that I get emailed about every day. So, we're just, if you haven't received it yet, just hang in there. Some of even like the basic US shipments are taking like 2 weeks, which is super, super long. So normally they'd take 3 or 4 days even to get across country. Jesse, have you gotten your Retro 51 celebration? Did I see? Maybe you might have put it on Instagram because you're across country from me. And if you got it, that means it took less than a week, which is good. Normally I can get something from here to California or Washington in like 3-4 days, but it's been really bad recently. So USPS suspect though, I know, right? I gotta watch my words around you. Got it, posted on Slack. Okay, that's where I saw it. Good. So that was at least a reasonable time frame, like 5 days cross country. So I can't really ask for more than that right now unless K9 Play was like physically delivering them themselves. So that would be great. All right, see you, Brooks. I'll email you tonight with the Urushi count if I get it done. I'll text you. So I got to get that. I got to get that counted up. What's up, JBK? Mine's still in New York on its way to Australia. Yeah. So it's very likely with the international shipments, they generally fail to scan after their exit port almost until arrival. So just be patient is the best thing I can say. And I've got, you know, your pens are hopefully not lost, but you will get your pen no matter what. Got your pen in less than a week? Okay, good. Yeah, because you're in California too, so that's good. Finally got a shipping notice for a Kickstarter pen that was supposed to start shipping in June. Happens. That definitely happens. I just unboxed a Kubrick set. Nice. JVK, thanks for your... I got your order and your message. I packed that pen up yesterday, so thank you very much for that. All right. Next thing... so this is Tessa, my friend Tessa, the stationer over there in the UK. It says, wares for the desk. So she's got a new notebook. I think customs declaration. Yes. So y'all go follow. I'm talking too fast. Follow. Y'all go follow. Please follow Tessa. Wow, this is a very cool envelope. It's like super thick. I've been getting packages shipped from USA to Australia via Hong Kong and all sorts of weird places. So that changed like in the past 6 months or so. A lot of almost everything coming in and out of that part of the world is going through Hong Kong. Like for Spoke Pen, our parts come from China, and they used to come direct, and now they go through Hong Kong. So that's a change. All right, so Tessa sent me one of her notebooks. Thanks much, Brad. I hope you enjoy the workbook. Honest feedback is appreciated. You know you will get honest feedback from me, Tessa. So look at her packaging. I love this little hang tag. It's real pretty. There's her note. What is the handle to follow? What's Tessa's blog name? Her shop is called The Stationer. But what's the blog? Why am I blanking on Tessa's blog? Y'all help me out with that. Why am I blanking? Because she doesn't post much on the blog, but she is working on her stationery shop. Oh, this is super nice. All Things Stationery. Allthingsstationery.com. I'm pretty sure that's it. All right, now I got to check. I'm going to tease y'all even longer while I check this. I don't know why that took me so long to come up with. Probably .co.uk. Hey, I was right, .co.uk. So here we go. Where's my official link guy? I just realized Tony isn't here. Oh, Beat You Canine Play. Yeah, get on that. Get on that. Let's go. All right, so I'm going to put this up while I'm talking about this. It's this really cool notebook. So this is my aesthetic, right? It's gray cover. Really cool stamping on the front. Blue and pink with the purple fade in of the mixtures of colors. Down here, these are the paper styles. Dot, grid, line, plane, filled in circle where they are. It's like a sticker. It's like a sticker in there. It's really dope. It's got really cool stitching on there. So let me get this DP LaFall. Thank you for 5 months. You're awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me open this up. Too many buttons. There we go. So it's got like the hand threaded stitching, and it's like the same colors. I know you probably can't see them on here, but it's the pink and the bluish green. That's on the outside cover. It's dope. It's really, really good. So she made this, I think, like last year. She made like a style of these for, I don't know, something. It was just like her regular usage, and then she added them to the stop. It would have been longer had not I been such a Twitch noob and knew I could sub with Prime. So you can, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get a free sub to the channel, and I get paid. It's a win-win situation. This is an A5 notebook. Let me pull it up here. So that's mine. So yeah, go to the little Twitch Prime button on your Twitch thing. If you have Amazon Prime, it says, hey, would you like to link these accounts? And then, hey, would you like to sub to this joker that talks about pens? And you should say yes to that. Seriously. Seriously. You get a free sub every month. Whoops, wrong one. I'm trying to do this. Free sub every month. One per month. You can give it to me every month, which a lot of people do. That's awesome. You can give it to other people. My friend Mike Madison streams. You can give it to him. You can alternate. It's just sitting there unused, and it's literal money for us. So every time you do that, it's like a $5 sub. It's worth a $5 sub. I'll get about $2.50, $3 of that, which, hey, that's better than zero. It's great. You know, we've talked about like money and things. Like I talk about things like on here. I think my payouts from Twitch have been like $190 a month. So just so y'all know what happens in the Twitchosphere, you know, how things are. So it's not a lot of money, but every little bit helps, right? $200 a month. I mean, no one's turning that down. And no ads. Now that they're throwing a lot of ads, y'all keep hitting me with the midstream ad comments. I want to know if you get hit with a midstream ad. Oh, we were just taking your name in vain. We were looking for a link, and I said, "Where's Tony?" Because he's usually quick with the links. So, this is the link to Tessa's notebook. Hey, Cocolina. So this is the link to this, telling about the notebook that she made. And so it's a risograph printing, which I don't know exactly what that means, but that's what it says here. But it's basically the two colors on top of each other. It makes a really cool effect on that middle. And yeah, I agree, Patrick. Yeah, I don't want to dismiss that. That's not nothing. It's hella good. It's hella good. And I've worked for that. You know, it's been a lot of years on Twitch, you know, hit or miss sometimes, but I'm working on that consistency. I want to get to Twitch Partner. Then I can get some of that ad money that they force you to watch, right? If I hit Partner, we can get that ad revenue. $2,400 a year. Sorry. Yeah. Hell yeah. $200 a month. That's why, like, my job is all the things, and this is part of it. If I made $2,400 a month on Twitch, I'd be on here all the time. Maybe that's a chicken and egg thing. So yeah, £7 each. It's an A5 notebook. I think Steph was asking me this earlier. £7, A5. Super fantastic. Punk Junk and Jazz, thank you for the follow. I like your name. So yeah, it's great. So this is like the second round of them. She sent it to me for review, and I will be checking it out. So very, very happy with this. You going to cover the Pilot Custom 845 coming to the States tomorrow? Not really. Like Andrew and I have talked about this. Ishikawa, I will answer that question in just a second. Andrew and I have talked about this, and it's such a niche thing. Like, I don't know like what to say about it. Like, it's nice, it's cool, it's coming over here, it's very expensive, and it fits like very few people. It's like I don't have a commentary on it, right? So it like, I don't want to say it doesn't register with me, because I'm a Pilot fan, and I have a single very expensive Pilot pen that I like, but like that's not my jam. Even though like that could be a pen that I own one day or something like that, but it doesn't really move any needles for me. Ishikawa, what do you need to reach partner? I need to stream 20 hours per month at average of 75 viewers over that 20 hours. So I'm at like, I don't know, 14, 16 hours a month and about 55, 60 viewers average. So like today is low on viewers, 53. Like last week we'd average like 75. So, which is fine. Like I'm not doing anything to force it. Like if it comes naturally, it comes. This is all extra fun stuff that I do anyway. And I'm like Patrick was saying, I'm hella glad to be able to make the $200 a month that I do doing this. It's pretty cool, right? And that's thanks to y'all and your free Amazon Prime sub. Or you can just sub, you know, it's $5 a month. You get the dope pen emote and the hi Brad emote. But yeah, I'll be using this. So from the stationer in the UK, she knows my aesthetic. This is right on the money. And my hair is mega bothering me today. I just got it cut too. I don't know why it's so wispy. All right. Let's see. What's next? All right, I have two things. If they came out with a 912 in different colors, that would be something I talk about. All right, which am I going to open next? Have I seen the Paladin? Yes, actually, see, like the Paladin is something that we're going to talk about on the podcast tomorrow because I want to explore that a little bit more. There's a lot to take in. For me, there's a lot more to discuss about the Paladin than the 845. Like that's where my headspace is, right? I find that not necessarily more interesting, but like I feel like I can like think about it a little bit more and break it down a little bit more. So yeah, the Paladin is on the list to discuss on the podcast tomorrow. Jammer LB, thanks for the sub. Appreciate you. That's awesome. All right, I have two new things. Coco Lena, thanks for the sub. 2 months. So this first one is from Russia. Max Fried Cy Young. I don't think so. I just don't think so. DeGrom came back last night pretty strong. We'll see. Just worked out how to link the account. They don't make it super easy. I will say that. That's why people don't know about the Prime sub thing, right? You got to go through a couple of steps to get everything linked up. And then it's there. And then every month, every time it rolls out, like every 30 days it expires, it'll say, hey, you have a sub, and you can give it to someone. It's very cool. It helps us out a lot. All right. I don't know. I think I can show this. We're going to do it anyway. We'll ask for forgiveness later. Something new from Benu pens. So I've turned the corner on Benu pens. Oh, and Miss G's Crafty's monthly renew works better from computer than mobile. You mobile users will have a tough time subscribing to anybody. It's really hard to do your subs on mobile, so you do kind of need to be on laptop just to or on a computer just for the sub, and then you can watch everywhere. Nox Echo, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Yeah, so this is a new model from Benu. Have they released any new models publicly? Because this is a new model. I'm trying to find the name of it. Oh, here it is. Oh, well, I just have the color of the name. Plus for syringe filling pilot cartridges. Absolutely. So this one is called French Poetry. Is there a French Poetry Euphoria? We'll see. There's no name on this, and I can't remember from the email what it's called, but I got to pick one out. And I picked this dark one out. It's a very different shape for them. So this is a more traditional pen shape, but in still the Benu style, right? The Benu wild color faceted, but this is probably the most traditional shape that Benu has ever done, wouldn't you say? Which really speaks to me, right? Like I like the weird wild ones like the scepters and the grand scepters and things and the tattoo, but this is now they're going, oh, we've got some run now, you know, we got some people liking our stuff. What if we expanded and did a little bit more traditional shape? So let's break this down. I need to get the since we don't have the Gigante Color decks, what were we calling the coloring? The big Color dealer. All right, so I got to get my white background here to at least help. So you can see traditional shape, fully faceted barrel, top and bottom. It's got subtle blues and purples that you can see in here up close with the depths. Color desk, thank you, Whistles. You can tell my memory's going quickly. I see a lot more purple in it in person than it's showing up on the camera. Like the angles away from me show a lot more purple in it. But yeah, traditional barrel, traditional clip. I like this. The clip is kind of a lay flat style, right? Like I like that. It's very sleek. So is this twist? So yeah, twist. What did you say the name of this was, Evan? So it's got the standard. This looks like the normal Bennu sections that they use for the number 6 pins, number 6 size nib. Very tapered section, threaded. So yeah, you know, full size, postable if you want it. It's gigantic if you post it right. Like that's the posted version of it. Evan would like that if it's posted, but Euphoria, thank you. You like that a lot. It looks big though. How does it compare to whatever else you got handy there? It's much bigger than the Tucky and the Sailor Pocket Pen. Does that help? That was mean. That was mean. Here's a Retro 51. So, barrel size. So, there it is, uncapped with a Retro 51. Out of focus, but you can at least see the size. And then capped, it's a monster. But they designed it like there's a big taper here, right? This taper is made to fit this cap. It's just a beast at that point, right? It's going to take a special person to, like, just because a pen says it has a postable cap doesn't mean it's a good idea, right? So I'll post plenty of pens. It just has to work when it's posted. This does not really work. So the Euphoria, there was like 7 or 8 colors, like as wild as all the colors. I figured we did, so Sarah did one of the really amazing pink and blue ones recently. I think I'm gonna do this one. So I went with a little bit more standard color, but there's some wild ones in there. I love their colors. Like, it's impossible to pick. She told me to pick one and I'll send it to you. Yeah, and 2 glow in the dark ones. It's like, how do you just pick one? And I decided for a change, like, as wild as this pen looks, Vodka on the Rocks actually tempted me because it was a little bit different. It's like the least bright, but the most subtly cool, I think. That was probably my second choice. But yeah, it's really good. Cough Cough Ranga. I don't know what that means. I know Ranga pens. Is that something they do? When does it get revealed to the world? It must be soon, because Evan's saying it's on their site. So we'll just have to look and see who's got them when. And what's the price on there? I think these are still in the same like 120-ish price range. I don't even know. Let's see. Coming soon. Oh yeah, I was right. 118. Coming soon. I can email and ask the date. So like, Love Story would probably be. Whoops, I'm doing something that. I'm talking about something y'all can't see. Like, Love Story would probably be my first choice, but we just did the pink and purple one, the last one. Goulet site says October, so yeah, I'll probably hold it and review it then. Start using it now to have it reviewed in October. So that probably would have been my first choice, but Sarah just reviewed a blue and pink one, so I wanted to do something different. The vodka one, or maybe it was caviar I was thinking. No, it was vodka. Vodka on the rocks. I think this is probably a better picture. This looked pretty cool. Like the material is very different. I thought the, Ranga pens post super long, yeah. This one, I almost went with this one, but I didn't like the black cap band as much on this pen, on a lighter barrel pen as I did on the darker barrel pen. I thought this black cap band stood out so much, but the material looks rad. Like, I'm down with that. Like, I'm sure I would like it. So the vodka was probably the second choice, and I think Bora Bora was one of them too. Like, that's pretty cool. I really like that one. I think that was probably my second choice, vodka third, and then you had the glow in the dark ones. The glow in the dark ones are a few bucks more, I think. Let's see. Yeah, the glow in the dark ones are $128. I don't have a picture of that. But yeah, that looks cool, right? This is one of the glow in the dark ones. The vodka is really good. See, y'all are making me reconsider. I should have gone with that choice. Like, I thought that was the most interesting, different color. And I went pretty big. For all things, I pull up this pen. And let's see, where's mine? French poetry. Of all the things I pulled up, I go, yeah, I ordered the basic one, right? That's what you have to say. When you order one that looks like this, I ordered the basic one. That's kind of funny. You're basic. But it's really because the pink and purple or pink and blue one would be my number one choice, but I wanted to differentiate from the one we just reviewed. Pink guava looks amazing. Let's see. Pink guava. Why don't I see that one? Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't even remember that one. That's pretty neat. That's pretty wild. So yeah, Bennu, man. I didn't think I was ever going to be a Bennu person, but it turns out I am. So we'll get this inked up. The one thing, let me double check before I put my foot in my mouth. I don't think it ships with a converter, which is fine. Like, I don't care, but I always think that's good for people who are new to fountain pens. I'm still never going to be a Bennu person. That's fair. They are definitely not for everybody. They weren't for me. Oh, there, look, see? I didn't feel it in there. Comes with a converter. There you go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. I have come to, like, I don't want a bunch of Bennu, right? Like, I'm good with one. This would, if I keep this one, this would be my first and only one. But I like what they are, and I like what they offer. And like I told the story the last time, Rich Sticks, thanks for the gift sub. I appreciate you. One more Retro 51 released. So I do have an update. Excuse me on that. Let me finish this real quick. I told the story before how when I have the windows open today. It's like a logging truck. How when I worked for Van S Pens that we couldn't keep like the Bennu pens in stock on the table. So like people like them. Like they're super popular, but they are absolutely 100% not for everybody. All right, let's look at this retro, and then I have a retro comment. So this is dealer exclusive from Pens ABQ. I don't know who that is. Pen and Pad. I don't know who that is or what that is. Where's the... Give me the pen. Where's the pen? That's all we can see. So, retro on a post in response. It might have been on the Raven, and y'all have probably seen this. They're not closing down to the... Or they're not... It's business as usual through the end of the year because COVID delays put them far enough behind. They have stuff to release past September. And then we'll just see. This was a post. Someone sent me this. It was a screenshot from one of their public Instagram comments. So that's the only thing I've heard. But they're at least going to be releasing products through the end of the year. I could dig up and find the screenshot, but it was a public mention. So that's the only thing I've got to go on. They don't tell me squat. I don't ask. Like, I'm not into it enough. I'm not, like, in people's business enough to where I need to know what's going on. So, all right. That's Bennu. So I will review this one coming up for October. I do wait. If someone sends me an early product that I can show that they've released, I will wait to review it until I could actually link for people to go to a website and find it if they're interested in it. So I do that. I got another box. This one, I don't know if I can show you what's in it, so I get to look in it first and then see. Because it's from my friend Ian Schoen. And Ian and I spent some time on the phone, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. Did a little FaceTimey. And he's working on stuff. And I don't know what he sent me. He said, I'm going to send you some stuff. I think, if I remember correctly, this should be stuff I can show you, because this should just be like giveaway stuff. He said, let me send you some of these extra one-off stuffs I have so you can give them away or review or do whatever you want with. But I don't want to just like dump this on screen in case he stuck something in here that I know he's working on in secret. So let me peek into the box of Schoen, and then I'm betting I can show you everything that's in here, would be my guess, because I don't think his stuff he was working on is ready yet. So it is a lot of stuff. All right, there's a note. That's good, so maybe it'll refresh my memory. Brad, what's in the box? See, I wasn't kidding. All right, let me read this, then I'll read it to y'all. Okay, cool. So there's a PS in here for the other stuff. I can show you all this stuff. Sorry I had to do that to y'all, but I really wanted to make sure I wasn't like gonna do anything that I can't say, because I honestly, like, I'll keep stuff on my desk that I can't show on stream. Like, I have something in the other room right now that you don't get to see till like next week, and it's freaking sick. But all right, we can show you all this. What is this paper he used? I think Ian stole a hotel pad from a hotel. So he been going over to Tokyo. This looks like a hotel pad. I'm trying to figure it out because it's got like an address and a phone number. Oh, here's the website. Let's see where Ian's staying. I got to get my loop out to read this because it's teeny under the handwriting. So here we go. Dork time. Sorry, I got a whole box of stuff here too. It's at least 3 pens. We're gonna go spy on him. All right, let's go see where. Let's go see. He's gonna get mad at me if he sees this. Let's go. He stole the desk pad from the hotel. Ah! Let me just see if I can get this site to come up. Oh, he didn't steal it from a hotel. They just designed the stationery to look like a hotel pad. So here we go. So this brand, Kobe School Plan stationery brand called Kobe HA. It's literally like a hotel pad. Like, it's got like all the stuff at the bottom, like, you know, at the bottom of the page, the logo at the top, but it's actually like a brand. That's hilarious. See, I'm glad I did it. Now I gotta find this pad. This is a trick. This is some pretty neat stuff. I'm gonna send this over to JetPens. right, so then there's this shop. Kobe, yeah, KOBEHA.com. That's pretty nice stuff, huh? Oh, so this is just like a retail storefront. Statler's, Rotrings, Lamy. Okay, so this is just a retail storefront for a lot of brands, and the other thing is their own house brand thing. Cool. Yeah. Whoa, the printer just went off. Brolivia, thank you for the follow. Twitch recommended the stream to me. How did it know I love pens? You're in the right place. We're looking at Japanese stationery right now. I think my daughter decided to print something just so she could come get on stream. So that's the printer going off. My apologies. So, here, if y'all didn't hear me correctly. So yeah, I apologize, Ian. This is the most hotel-looking stationery pad I've ever seen in my life. Like, the text goes all the way up, like this high on the page, right? Looks like a... Looks like JetPens already have some stuff. Oh, so they make Graphilo. So this is what Japan does, right? You end up with like Kokuyo, and all of a sudden they have all these sub-brands. Spoke Brian. I know that guy. I'm pretty sure, unless it's an imposter. Is this a game stream? Okay, so if they make Graphilo, that makes a lot more sense. So, man, see, isn't this fun? Isn't this fun to figure out this weird stationery stuff? All right, so we have 3 pens from Ian. He would like me, if possible, to review... Which one? Review the faceted pen. So let's look at the faceted pen. So I'm going to hide all these down here. There is no facet... Okay, here it is. Nice. All right. Get my setup back. Printer's going to town. Thanks, Elizabeth. Appreciate you. Hope you're at least watching on the stream. All right, Jammer LB. It's Bradley with no E. There she is. I knew she'd make it here in time. Uh-oh. We're in a hurry. We're on a Zoom. We got a test. Bye. See ya. Pew. All right. All right. All right, so we have this. Boom. Oh, I just did a boom. EG Cortia sub with the prime. Thank you so much. I butchered your name. Desk cam. Boom, boom, boom. Let's take it out of the box. Yeah, buddy. So this is the brass faceted. Let's see. Is this one going to be the fountain pen? These are in fountain pen and ballpoint now. So this is the fountain pen model. These have been mega popular. Ah, so gorgeous. That's really great. Sarah just says that so she can get these to review. This is the one he wants me to review, so. I couldn't, if I started using this pen, I wouldn't be able to put it down because it feels so good. Feels so good to hold. Rod Shark, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. So you can tell the faceting work. I don't guess it's hammered. Golly. The detail's amazing. And the brass isn't too heavy. Like, it feels good. Feels good in the hand. I like that. It's a good shape, good size. And these have the number 6 size Yovo nibs. These are the ones that they also come with the roller ball. Yeah, his machine does these now. Yes, he hammered the first few that he launched back in what, Philly, I guess. All right, who wants the copper one? Jason Maxwell wants the copper one. I hate touching these because get my get them patinaing going. But here's a plain copper with the rollerball tip. Yeah. Like, I'm scared to touch them because I'll dirty. As soon as you touch them, like, they're starting to change. But man, looks good, right? Really good machining. Oh, and this one had, there you go. There's the ridged grip, hooded nib on this one as opposed to exposed nib. So I think what he was doing here is trying to give me all the different styles and samples. So there's that one, that one. So there's the two different, same nib, but with a hooded section as opposed to an exposed, I mean a hooded nib as opposed to a standard nib. So that's the difference in those two. So it's just purely aesthetic. There's no function change there. Shown design. Will someone put Ian's website in the chat, please? Because it's hard to imagine if I'm just saying the words to get it spelled correctly. So you can see the section length differences and straight section. Thanks, Lolami, appreciate you. So there's the Shown design website. So I just lost focus. So this has a straight section. This has a concave section here. So, and you can get all these different configurations with the pens. So yeah, so then you take this guy off like this. Copper Pocket 6 Yovo rollerball section. So this, yeah, we were looking at my Pocket 6 last week, the one where I'm mad at the ink cartridge I chose to put in it. So this is the rollerball refill, and this allows you to put an ink cartridge in. So it's just like a nib section, right? You take out the nib section, but it's got, you know, it's built for a rolling ball. Spoke Brian, thanks for the sub. He's going to bill me for that later. Just wait. We have some cool stuff coming. Spoke Brian, let me just say this. Spoke Brian, he always brings his A game. He is elevating the A game with some upcoming stuff we got going. Just tease there. Is this the standard Schmidt ink roller? Yes, it is. So this is the standard Schmidt rollerball. So yeah, like, I haven't found that I love these, but I know people like them. So there you go. So you just swap that in. Swap these sections out. How cool is that? So that's the long grip, this one, because it covers up some of the nib here, right? So that's that one. So we have the long grip. I guess he just calls these the standard grip. This is the traditional fountain pen concave grip, mostly exposed nib, and then we have the roller ball. I'm gonna have to polish these before I give them away. Curved grip, thank you. And then this guy, We're 100% giving this away because this is similar to the one I already have. Look at that. Boom. This is what got me into to Ian's. This is the first fountain pen that I bought because just the material is so cool. The anodization is like this galaxy effect, right? Look at that. Like, it's gorgeous, right? So I have one almost identical to this. This will be the first one I give away because I know I can just straight up give it away. Excuse me, because I have one here that I can review. So we'll give this away soon. So stay tuned for that. And then I'll look at reviewing these. I'm gonna at least review the brass one. The copper one would be cool. The copper one could be like a review / giveaway thing. So there's the variants. Yeah, Ian's doing a really great job, right? Like, its stuff looks awesome. Feels really good. He's ramping it up. Let's see. Anything else on here? There's a PS, like I said. All right. Yeah, good. Awesome stuff from Ian. On his hotel pad that is a stationary pad. That's my favorite thing today. All right, cool. Yeah, I love these pens. Let's see. Let's make sure I put everything back. I don't have any cartridges in here to ink them up with. Give it away now? No, we gotta wait. We gotta wait until I can post it and not put in the code for you to actually enter like I did this morning. That was a feature, right? It's a good feature of the website. Post it. Yeah, none of these. I can show all these. This is all stuff that already exists. So the stuff I can't show is coming separately. Vertigo. Igamore, thank y'all for the follow. Appreciate you. We're getting some Twitter recs here. Some Twitter recommendations. I like it. What's the blue colored called? Does it say? No. But we could find it on there. There's only 2 that are kind of close to that pattern. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hell's RH. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate you. Yeah. I'll be able to tell you real quick. It is this one, Aurora. Unless they don't change when you click them. Shoot. They don't change when you click them. It's this one that I'm staring at, but it didn't show me the name. Space Candy 2. Space Candy 2 is this one. See, I'll hold it up. If you have it pulled up, this one's a little bit more purple, but it's the same idea, right? With the dots, with kind of the white dots around. There's just a lot of variance. Gonna be a lot of variance in the colors. But yeah, that's definitely Space Candy 2. Compared to everything else he has listed, that's what it is. What did you miss? I mean, my just general awesomeness. Not much else. So I think I have a architect nib I can put in here. I might do that for the review. Really do a thing. Boring work time. Oh yeah, there's where I was looking that up. Cool. Thanks for watching. Psych. There's too many buttons here. All right, there we go. We unbuttoned them all. All right, see you, Patrick. All right. That's it. That's all the things. but we can chat some more. What do we need to chat about? I got to do member chips. I'm not going to do them today. I did bring my Kerthunker in here. I think Thursday we'll have a Kerthunker stream. Stamp a bunch of envelopes. Hey, Velociraptor. You need to get your stream time up? I know. I do, but I got to have plans for that. Right now, I'm just so busy when I'm not streaming. I don't have time to just go like 3 hours because I got to have a plan too for the stream, right? Like I don't want to just sit here and ramble. How's 8:49 shipping going? I was caught up as of like noon, 1 o'clock yesterday. New Leonardo's with number 8 nibs. Is that new? Is there a link to that? I would like to see that. Or is that the one with the funky name? The one that's like $800? What's it called? Starts with a C. New Canalea end of month. A plan, what is that, right? God almighty. What's that? What's the most recent Leonardo called? Where's the best place to see? Arathador? I don't understand the question. Cup side, yes. That's the word I was thinking of, but that's not the number 8 nib one. You and Mike ought to have a Pen Castathon stream for 350 stretch goal. Same name, but with number 8 nib. Gotcha. What does that even look like? Does anyone have a link? See, I'm not seeing it right offhand, but y'all shoot me a link. I don't want to sit here and search the internet. Nib Smith has both. You can send me a link. I just want to see what the number 8 nib size looks like. But yeah, I'm wondering why the cup side, I was reading about it. I was trying to figure out why that was so expensive. And I guess it's the way they manufacture that acrylic. It's a stacked acrylic. I don't know if y'all read about this or not, but I was trying to figure out why that was like $200 or $300 more than like the regular Grandes. Cuspide. I'm going with cup side, dude. Do you really think I'm gonna go Cuspide? It's cup side. Come on, Mr. Jerkface. I mean, you're a jerk for a reason. I'm gonna say cup side if I want to. Cuspide. 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 Guilloche. Guilloche. Someone link me the 8 nib. But yeah, I was trying to figure out why the Cuspide was so much more expensive, but I guess is it the material? The way they do so I was reading about it, it's like a stacked acrylic, and then hey Mirari. All right, let's see this. Let me pull it up. Momentum 0 Grande number 8 oversized nib. Here's a picture. Okay. Same price? No, I guess it's more expensive, right? Yeah. Yeah, I have to see it in person. I guess it looks good on the Grande. Rewizzles. See, these are the kind of things you shouldn't tell me, because then I'll have to be thinking about that all the time, and then I might slip. Yeah, it's definitely wider and bigger. I'd have to see it in person. I'm sure it's pretty cool. I mean, those are just cool pens to begin with, so. Cuspide. I liked Cupside. Cupside was way better. So yeah. Cool. It might be a better size for the pen, right? There you go. There's a good picture. It might be a good size for the pen. Feeling pedantic about nib sizes, but I'm guessing it's not really a number 8, but a Bach 380 because number 8 would be Yovo, and they don't make them. They use both. I mean, Yovo and Bach nibs, so. So, I don't think that's being ornery. Like, we like pedantry in the pen world, right? Like, that's one of the things why we like the things that we like, right? Because we're pedantic about these things. Like, oh, I don't like the step down on this grip section, right? I need a concave grip section, right? Where like something like this works for me, but it might not work for you. Hey, Foolish Fox, glad you liked last week's podcast. I will be sure to let Mike know tomorrow how much everyone enjoyed his non-appearance. Yeah, I also think Jerkface, it's a little bit of an optical illusion. The way the silver is reflecting here. But I bet if we did see them side by side, I would probably agree with you. So yeah. It's a big pen. It's a big pen, that's for sure. It's not too big though. Oh, I liked hanging out on the podcast-a-thon last Friday. That went really well. I'm gonna do the I'll probably start collating the details of the raffle today. See if I can get it done for tomorrow. I just don't know how many entries are in there. Like, I purposely avoided the looking at it ahead of time because I didn't want to like sway anything. You know, talk about the result, like the ongoing results. Raffle's closed. Yeah, that's right, Tessa. But that's all right. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. Y'all should tune in tomorrow. Mike has some commentary. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'd love to see how much money you raised with it. I'm excited too. I'm excited to see. Marari, so that's a funny statement that is so accurate. A few extra millimeters distance from the page is huge. It kind of changes everything, right? Some people will, definitely write differently depending on that distance. And then you have to account in your grip as well. You know, are you a low gripper like me? Like I tend to grip more towards the nib. Or are you a high gripper, hold it back a little bit? And, you know, if you're a low gripper, the millimeters difference from tip to page or the length there in the nib, it makes a lot of difference. It can completely change your hand style, and we don't talk about that at all because, again, that's the pedanticness of the whole thing. So yeah, cool. I hadn't seen that. I like it. Yeah, it's probably good on those pens, but I'd want to see it in person. I'm good on Leonardo's for a while after the primary manipulation. I have like the sizes that I want and the styles that I want. I'm covered. Actually, I think I might have an extra one that I'm gonna sell. I think I have one too many Leonardo's. I just don't know which one. I have 4 Leonardo's now, and 2 of them are similar. So I'm probably going to sell one of those 2. One of the Memento Zeros. So we'll see. I'll do another pen sale like later this fall. Clean out. Get ready for some new pens. And that will be one of them. I had to learn that recently because the SD nib is just a little bit bigger than the Eco. I had to adjust, so I quit slipping down and touching the nib and getting inky fingers. The Eco nib is not as big as it appears. Like, especially when you get it up against a 580, something like that. Like, it's big enough. Like, it's not a number 5 size nib, what we would think of as a 5, but it's not like around a 6 either. Like, it's a little bit shy of that. So, yep. Definitely wouldn't mind another MZ. Yeah. So I'll either sell, I have a blue Hawaii, then I have one of the Pen Chalet, like the black matte and turquoise one that's just badass looking. They're both awesome looking. So that's why I haven't sold one yet. I ordered those Use 'em note cards and they came in last week. Really enjoy them. Cool. Oh, I thought I still had them sitting here, but I don't. It looks big proportionally to its section, but it's small compared to some other pens. Correct. Yep, I'm with you. If the Eco grip didn't slope down as severely as it did, that nib would look silly. Yep, same. But it's like right on, right? By the time you use it, it's really comfortable. It's like, I'm not saying this. This is me talking on my ass, which I'm prone to do. Like, how technically did they fall into that, or was that like, you know, really technically in there? Like, we got to make this exactly right. I kind of want a yellow Fiore for some reason. I've always looked at that one re-rosals. It's really pretty. Pen Addict, I want to let you know what I ordered from Fountain Feeder back in May. I thought it got lost in the mail. Then the other day I got an email that it just shipped. I don't even know what that is. It was Fountain Feeder. But that's crazy. Eco Tea is my jam, Kimmy. I prefer the Eco Tea. But I think that's the less common, right? They don't do as many. German store. Gotcha. Found a glass pen with a calligraphy nib on it. Wish we could see all the options that are available in Japan. Yeah, did you see CY's? CY did a post of a calligraphy glass nib. It looked pretty wild. I definitely prefer the Eco Tea, but you can't get all the cool colors in it. But the Eco Tea, the very original Eco Tea with the blue, is still probably my favorite. I think that was the first one that they did. It's kind of a bright blue. Just stock, not a limited thing. Yeah, you should go look at that. I don't know if it was a post or if it was Instagram. So what did you get, Tessa, from Fountain Feeder? You think is the cap shape different in those? Oh, it's got the little kind of taper in the corners, right? The Eco Tea. See, coming on stream, it just makes me want to ink up fountain pens. Yeah, softer facets, right? It's more rounded. It's hitting me now. Triangular. Yep, gotcha. Yeah, that took me a second to hit me, but yeah. Blue one's the one you have. Yeah, it's such a good pen. Such a good pen. All right, when should I go on YouTube with Ink Dependence Mike? Which Friday? This Friday? Next Friday? He's asked me. He's going to lower his standards. Mike's going to lower his standards and invite me on his show. October 2nd. I have heard of the Nolte planners. I have not used one. Nolte's a shop? Is that correct? I believe Nolte is a physical shop. Looks like Mont Blanc has an additional version of the Egyptomania. Oh, that's what I was expecting. Now we're talking. This is my full expectation of what this pen was going to be. Now we're talking. It is on like Donkey Kong now. This. That's the one we needed. The other ones were way too good looking and restrained. Now we're talking. Finally. Thank you, Coco. Yeah, how many monies for this one? It's visit your Mont Blanc boutique to find out more monies. That's how much monies it is. Visit your Mont Blanc boutique to find out more monies. Now we're talking. Yeah, I was almost let down with those last ones. I was like, these are way too good looking for Egyptomania. Like, they were way too normal and good looking. This is what we're here for. Let's see if they got any more pictures. Here we go. Who are all these people? Is that Spike Lee? Sweet. I like his frames. I don't know all these people. Taron Egerton. I don't know him. Do we know him? I don't know. There's this guy. Who's this? Pao Chin. Chin Kun. All right, let's look at this. Dun dun dun. I need to embiggen these. Pillage-o-mania, right? Reminiscent of the richly decorated King Tutankhamun's sarcophagus, the writing instrument is inspired by objects found in his tomb and liberated, including the gold hunting knife sheath. The carnelian scarab beetle on the cap entails a special opening mechanism. Ooh, what is the special opening mechanism? So, this, now we did it. Now we did it, chat. We prefer the term commandeer. Oh my God. Finally, I've been waiting for this. The whole pen is enclosed in this thing. It just hit me. It's an entire pen in there. Oh my God. When I just saw this, I didn't realize I was like, why is the pen barrel so narrow? It looks wider. It's because it's inside of that. Holy crap. Yes. 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 It's a pen in a pen. I am here for it. Holy crap. Look at that. The pen is inside of that. You get to steal it every day. You get to commandeer the pen out of there every day to use. You can liberate your own pen from the tombs. That shit is wild. Excuse my language, but that just hit me. Now we're talking. I don't even know what they were thinking with these normal looking pens. These nice normal looking Egyptomania pens. This is what we came for. This is what we came for. It's like that one FC pen where the whole outside is the cap. I guess like the pen type B. Pen type B. That's fascinating. Thank you for updating us with this link, because they were almost too good before. They really needed to go. They really needed to step their game up, and they did. I mean, Mont Blanc wasn't going to let us down with really nice looking, consciously composed pens. This is what we're here for. The pen in a pen. I'm amazed. That is sick. Okay, I got to put this back up, because then, like, look. It's fantastic looking, right? It's not my jam, ever. I will never own this pen. But they did a good job. Like, okay, the whole Egyptomania thing I get. But, like, when we saw this last week, this was not what I was expecting at all. It's fantastic looking. This is what we're expecting. Come on. There we go. Giga Goku 12, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. It's a sheath, yes. You're just now joining us. It's a pen in a pen. So there is a pen inside of this. This is what winning is about, chat. This is how Mont Blanc wins right here. Oh my God. can't stop looking at it. It's fascinating. Fascinating. Oh, God. Thank you, chat. I'm crying. That is just too good. Like, is it wrong to feel let down about last week's pens because they were too good? I mean, it was like they were so good it was disappointing, but they redeemed. Redemption is here, chat. Redemption is here with a sarcophagus pen. That just made my day. Thank you. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. I have raffles to count. I have Kickstarters to pimp. I have podcasts to write. So yes, Alan, we need to have longer streams, but I need to do some work too. So that's what I was saying. Like, give me about a month to get settled in, get a lot of this shipping off my plate. Thank you, Coco. I appreciate that. Get a lot. I just had so many things in the air when I first started back over here and able to stream at home. So now we'll start doing it. Well, you need a drone that follows you as you do work. So we will be able to do the Closet of Doom stream. We'll plan on that in the next few weeks. We can at least take the laptop in there and it should be good. And we'll go from there. We'll start doing extended streams. Like I have all kinds of inks I need to swab and test out and things like that. Like that's a very long, boring stream that I'm here for. So we'll get that done. All right. Thanks for hanging out today, chat. We'll be back Thursday. Thursday is probably going to be boring chat. So y'all should join for that. It's going to be envelope addressing, kerthunking stream. Got to get those memberships out to all the new members. So I appreciate y'all. And we'll be podcasting tomorrow. We'll be back here Thursday. Then we'll see what's up. I'll see if I can work on Closet of Doom stream for next week. We'll see. All right. Thank y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.